Hello and welcome back to Dyson Sphere Program. I'm Avon, and in the last episode, the first episode, this is the second one, we made basically all the basic components. I guess we're missing one. Yes, we're missing one because we didn't do the research yet. Let's do that. This is an electric motor. It's a very nice component, and it's nice to be able to handcraft a few of those, because I do believe they're used in these, and we have that research. That's nice. So we can get a few sorter Mark IIs. Those are twice as fast as the number ones, so that's quite useful because, well, the number ones don't move very fast. If we have to have them move across more than one tile, like here. I don't think this one can keep up actually, or it might be able to. No. Let's check. Let's try to manually insert these. Yeah, now the whole tower is lighting up. So there's definitely an issue with that. So what we're going to do is we're going to use the same box. Let's see, let's loot this box. Oh, all of the things, that's nice. Let's loot this box, all of the things from that, and let's move the stuff from this box over to this box. That's an amazing explanation. But for those who followed or watched the previous episode, I store all of the components as well as some of the crafting, the items you need to craft them. This box I'm going to limit actually, because we don't need these for much other than these. So yeah, that's it. So I moved the copper here because these two eat the copper and spit out products. This one eats iron as well, and apparently, do I not have iron in a box? No, maybe I just, oh yeah, iron in a box, it's over here, of course. So let's place some iron in that box so this one can craft as well. So what I'm going to do in this episode, I was going to make the basic mall, but I changed my mind. I am going to do science because it wouldn't be interesting to build a mall with only these. That would be uninteresting. I don't know, missing the words here, but I'm going to do some science first because we do have enough parts already made to make science. So I'm going to set up quite a few machines for that. So we're going to need some stuff like these, and because we have all of the stuff except for the motors, let's handcraft some of these. They don't take that long to craft, so we can definitely do this by ourselves. Now in this game, this is really nice. Here we can see what they are used for, what they lead to. So this one only leads to Mark II sorters right now. But say the green one leads to many different things. Now, if it's used for more than 4 things, it doesn't show. So it doesn't always show everything it's used for. But for some stuff, like this one, we know that, oh, it's only used for the lab. So I guess that's good information. Now, let's start research. What do we want in our mall? This one is steel. We probably want steel in our mall. We want this one as well, but this is later. It's the next science, the red energy matrix. We want not the accumulators. That's not that important. We can do some landfill, or foundation it's called in this game. We aren't going to make these. That's components used for high level stuff like the next assembling machine. This one is used to make hydrogen in, or turn hydrogen into deuterium, like you do with heavy water. It's used for fusion stuff, nuclear energy, basically. But we do have a thing here, and that's the chemical plant. It's nice to have in them all because we're going to use many of those, I believe. And also storage tank for fluids or liquids, and a water pump. The water pump can also pump up sulfuric acid from planets with sulfuric acid oceans, basically. And we want this one. That's a longer range power tower. The power tower, that's funny. And if you're close to one of these, it also recharges the mech. And here we have the basic oil stuff. So we want all of this. But also we want to upgrade our mech. And this is what I want first. I want move speed. So that's research from inventory. This one is also going to be researched from inventory. It would be nice with inventory space. So let's queue the steel smelting. And after that, it's nice with construction drones. This is neat as well. Let's do that before steel, actually. That would be here. This makes the mech burn fuel faster and recharge faster. Then we have the drone engine and we have the drive engine that lets us lift off. Actually, let's do that one before steel as well. So we upgrade ourselves before we get the technology, because that's a nice, it's a useful thing while making science. Okay, so out of copper again. I think we're actually making stuff here, because the copper shouldn't run out like that. So before we run off to start making our science, let's make a tiny bit more copper here. So every time we stop by, we will have more. So we just need a tiny belt between here and there. I guess we could do it directly, but then it would move very slow, so we would have to use an upgraded one, and I'm not sure if it fits anyway. When we decommission this box, I'm going to check if I remember, which I probably won't. So, but here, I'm going to upgrade the inserters for all of it. So that means in, out, and in. And let's do one more in, because each one of these require 2 items. Oh, so it's not that bad, but yeah, twice as much, sure. So plan, make 10 engines would be the first plan. Good, and then we make some more for ourselves. That's to trigger the research up to the left here. So let's find out where we want to make the science. What we want to do is find iron and copper close to each other, and we want a tiny bit of space. This is nice, but I think this one has coal close as well, so it can be neat for other stuff as well later. Let's see, this is where we are. We also don't want to walk across the whole map. How about here? Oh, or here. Or here. That's pretty close. That's pretty close to everything, because it's right here. Yeah, that's nice. So we need some wood for this tech. I didn't save any wood, so we need to pick it up right now. Let's queue a few of these, and then we need to find our coal patch, which is right behind us here. And we loot these, fill in here, switch. Actually, let's remove this take it back. By putting it in the inventory, it removed the things that goes into research. So if I want the research stuff back, if I click this one, it just adds it back to the inventory. So there's nothing lost here. Anyway, I forgot where we were going. Let's see. Oh, I guess we're already here. I feel like this might be too close. But then again, because we're going to do some oil stuff here as well. So definitely too close. I'm going to go over here. Because the way science is in this game, it's, I believe I find it okay to, I was about to say compartmentalize, but outpost is probably the correct word for that. So I hope I did bring enough items to make stuff. I think we need 6 to make. Oh, that's perfect, because we need I think we need 12 in total, 6 to craft and 6 to eat the science. We need a few miners. We also probably need a few wind turbines. Okay, already out of iron, so we might have to run back later. Yeah, we definitely have to run back later. But that's fine. Let's start by doing some thinking. What we're going to make here is the blue matrices, and they need these and these. This one requires 2 iron ore turned into magnets and a copper plate. This one requires 2 iron ore turned into plates and a copper plate. So what this tells us is that we need twice as much iron as we need copper. I'm going to go back for this. So we get the stuff and some more stuff. Let's see. Let's fly across the ocean. That was a really useful trip. So what do we need? We want inserters. I'm going to use rank 2 for the science. So let's do all of them. And then we need a bunch of tier 1 ones. Tier 1s. Yes, that word. Here we need this. I looted all of it. Well, we can just place it back because it already removed the stuff we needed for the science. We have enough fuel right now. Let's get half a stack. Good. And iron plates, that was a thing. So let's get those. Let's actually, if we remove this and burn it. No, let's put it in a box actually. I don't think we're going to need it later. It is useful though, because we can make the organic crystals from it. There we go. We need all of this. We don't have inventory capacity for this. I'm going to remove a few of these. We probably don't need all the glass right now. So 1 stack. We definitely don't need this. And we have enough miners. So let's quickly go over this. We need these. This thing needs copper. Oh, that's a lot of copper. Much more than before. There we go. And so a few wind turbines. 5. Let's do 10. Okay. We don't need thermal power generation just yet. We're going to do that after we set up the science to probably power the science. We need inserters. Let's do... Wait, that's the wrong one. We have 6. Sure, that's enough. Inserters. Let's do many. And turn some of them. some of them exactly 16. Sure, into that. Oh, I'm clicking the wrong location. It's here. We set the recipes. Let's do 20 of these. Let's do storage boxes. We are going to need storage when it comes to where did I put my already smelted stone? Maybe we don't have any. That would be up here. I was sure I had some, but yep. Some storage. 10, 15, 21. And then the actual things. So 20, sure, and wrong button. It's here. It takes a while to get used to the interface of new games, but that's fine. So we got the liftoff technology now.
You have received the ability to fly.
We have received the ability to fly.
To lift off, and then use the arrow keys to control mecha movement. The moving speed will increase by 150%, with more energy consumed under flight. So, pressing the Alt key can return the mecha to the ground during the flight.
Good, and that means we can fly. And that makes it a lot easier to move back and forth when we discover that we forgot everything. And speaking of everything, let's bring iron. We don't need to bring that much, but what we do need to do is connect here. Good. So, I think the uh-oh. Did I build anything? Where we're going? I completely forgot where I was headed. I think it was over here. I think I placed a lab somewhere. I'm going to find a lab like lost in the wild at some point, I guess. That's steel smelting. There. Ahaha. Okay. So where is it compared to us? It's east. East. Always east. That's a Diablo reference. Smelter. Box. This is a tiny digression, but it's nice to start filling stuff. And steel. There and there. Is this one fast enough? Yes. Good. So, I guess east doesn't... What? Oh, of course it does, because it is actually east. Considering that the North Pole is usually to the north. So this way would be east. And there we are. I'm glad I placed that one, because I wouldn't be able to find this perfect location again. So the first thing we need to decide is how many science do we want at the beginning. And one science, let's see, where's the button? There's the button, is made out of 4 iron and 2 copper. So 4 iron means 1 belt is 1.5 a second, which is 90 a minute. I kind of want to set it up for more than that. So let's set it up for more than that. That's easy because the iron ore is split into 2 different smelters. So let's do 2 a second. Should be enough. It's most likely enough. I'm just going to start a few of the researches while chatting away here. So 2 a second. That's good. We also want to find north again. Good. And then we try to do the arrays east-west, because we don't get issues with the poles then. So I'm going to make the labs up here. Let's do 8. I'm specifically, or I'm very I'm going to use a lot of space for this, and that's on purpose because space is something we have a lot of. We have a full planet, so I don't want to cramp everything. I want it to be open and expandable, expandable, not expandable. That would be wrong, and it's also it would probably be a good way to say temporary, which I guess that's nice. Temporary is good. So this is where we make the science, and this is where we need 2 magnetic coils a second and 2 circuit boards a second. This is a horrible location. No, it's not. I'm going to make it between here, and then I'm going to belt it up. So, production. Now, I'm going to, every time in this series, when I plan for 5 a second or something, I'm going to plan for assembling machine Mark II. This one has a crafting speed of 0.75. So when I say 2 a second, it won't actually be 2 a second. With these ones, it will be 1.5. Which, yeah, might be confusing to people if they don't know the crafting speed, but this one has a production speed of 0.75. And every time I do calculations, I don't want to say, oh, and calculate for the speed. But it's only when it is the assembling machines. So we need magnetic coil. This one crafts 2 a second, which is what we were aiming for, really. So let's do that twice. Okay. So we have the input that will be copper here. Copper. Yes, copper there. And the magnets there. Then we will have a lane of iron ore there. And up here we have the other product. That's the grains. 1 second for 2. So it's the same, right? 1 second for 2. Yes. So this is one of those extremely easy arrays where... Wait, is this doable? This... Yeah, it's doable. Let's just check so we don't mess it up. So you get iron, and that means you get things here, you get things here. Yeah, definitely doable. So you get iron, you get no, copper, sorry, copper and things. Good. I guess that's the whole thing. And also outputs. So I'm actually going to move all of this. We don't need it all the way up there. Boom. So let's build it. Up there we can have the researching labs. So if we want to expand this, we can expand to the west. So we can place it here already. Yeah, let's do it here. So we have a tiny bit of breathing room. So this is the magnetic coil things. And this is the grain chips. And of course everything is going up. So we need to move the lab again. So we get it. Get all of the products there. That's better. Let's set the recipe. 6, and let's do one more tower just to be sure. Now, all of this needs mining. Here we can see that the bots are struggling a bit to keep up. That's part of the charm of the early game, I guess. We aren't doing belts like across the world, so it's fine. Let's see. Ah, there's a copper. Yeah, this is good. This hits all of them. So if we need more, we can move to get more on the patch. That will drain it faster, but right now it is going to evenly drain all of them. So that's good, I guess. Let's merge them. And connect. So that's copper done. No. We actually need to smelt the copper. So let's do that. Jeez, yeah. Let's not put copper ore into our machines. We need to smelt. Now, how much do you pull? It's 5 veins, so it's 10 veins combined. And each vein is 30 a second, I believe. I think can I check? I don't think I can check because I can't target. Right. But I think it's 30 a second, so this should be a minute. This should be 300 a minute, which is 5 a second. So that's going to be more than enough. But 5 a second is almost a full belt. So we go here, we go here, and here, and remove the rest. Like so. Now, I didn't set the recipe, so we need to copy the recipe and then click ... Good. Oh yes, and the power. I'm not sure how I'm going to do the power, but let's do some temporary power so it can start crawling, even though this won't be enough, but we will connect it to a proper system. And the system might be made over here actually, because we might do some cool things, but we'll see. Lack of item. Okay. This one connected, yes. So, did we get enough of these? Well, let's do the cheap ones because right now we don't have that much production and it's enough for these. So here I am going to add a 6th. No, I'm not. It's pointless. I was thinking it's a full belt, but that doesn't matter if we don't need it. And also, if we need it, we might upgrade the belt anyway, because belt upgrades are coming pretty soon. So, what did we calculate for? We need 2 copper a second, and this makes 5. So that's enough. Let's do 3 and 3 of the iron smelting. So that would be, this looks nice. 1, 2, and 3. Didn't set the recipe. Let's start with that one. Copy, paste, paste. And belt. We're going to need more belts. Hopefully I have the materials. Yes. Oh, this was nice. It's so nice to do the temporary boxes because then we can just do this silly thing where we just leave and can we get that? Yes. So here we actually hit all of them. Yes. I like the idea of that because then we empty the field at the same time. So 6, 5, and 5. So this is more than a belt. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a priority split. Am I though? Yes, a priority split, because I'm going to channel it in here first.
With 4 directions. It can split the passing cargo or balance the cargo
And
on multiple
let's see.
conveyor belts. The splitting speed depends on the conveyor belt speed. Use
So
the tab key to switch between different styles.
we connect here. We have to move this if we're going to expand a lot, but that's fine. Right now I just want it to be somewhat neat and clean. And then here, let's see, we go for the other ones here. 1, 2, and 3. And we set the magnet recipe there. Copy, paste, paste. So it might seem like I'm building quite small now, and I kind of am, but it's all about need. So let's go up 1, and then place belt, and then down 1, and here, and then this belt goes here. That fits, so up here, up 1 floor, good, and then down. This belt needs to move as well. And this one does if we need more. So let's keep it like this for now. We can also, just for good measure, make 1 more of these. This is most likely overkill, but oh well. Yeah, I don't think the miners can even keep up with this. So in, and in, and in. And out, and out. So out, out, out. And out, out, out. And then we need in. And in. And in. And in. That's some major pro commentating there, if you will. Then we have on this one goes here. We connect the fibers. That's here. Good. And then angle too wide. We go here. And there. No, there. Save a few bolts. And then on this side, we make the angle here, there, and there. So this is where the bots are really struggling with keeping up. So if it's hard to see if it covers. The power poles have a decent range, so it's fine usually. Let's see, there and there. 1 is enough. 1 is enough. Here we are going to need some inserters. Let's use the cheap ones. And out. And out. Let's see, it goes here. So in, out, 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 and out. Is that it? I don't know. Let's see. So this whole thing will be almost like blow up because of no electricity. Let's do 10 of these again just to have some. The coal is burning quite quickly with the graphite because we're building so much. But that's okay, that's what it's there for. So, oh, wrong pole. I'm just going to place these while we are at it here. Oh, that's some awkward placement, I guess. We didn't maximize the amount there. But it's not that much power we get from these anyway. Oh. Tutorial box being in our face. Okay, so did we actually make science now? are we? To get all the science going, we need science out as well. And we were going to do it around here. Let's say here. The reason I'm pulling that one quite far away from the labs is that we need more than one kind of science in there. So we can have an easier time adding without having to spaghetti everything. We have plenty of room. When we start struggling with space issues, we go into space to get more space and less space issues. Even though we might get some issues because we are in space because of fuel and stuff, but that's a different kind of space issues. Okay, so science is happening. That was efficient, I feel. I always feel efficient when stuff is actually getting done. So, is that, yeah, we're researching. Right now we need to set it to research and set to research. And there we go. Now this thing, also, I want a belt buffer for this. So the way I'm going to do that is by pulling it into the box. That would be here. And out of the box here. So what's going to happen now is we'll pull everything into the box and out of the box, and when it fills up and it can't put it out of the box, it will just stop and store. That's good. And this one is 3 a second, which is enough right now. So that is good. Now let's fly home. Actually, let's bring power. No, let's not bring power. Let's get some wireless power transmitters. Power towers. Tower and power tower. So research here at home stopped for a bit because we don't have green chips, probably. Yeah. We have much green chips happening here though. So let's use those for research. And let's add some power here. Now the power towers, these ones, they need a glass component. This one, which is made from magnetic coils, and prisms are made from glass. So I'm going to take a few of these and a bunch of these, and then we're going to handcraft a few. Now you'll see that why? Oh, we have a few because we did the research. That's neat. But the next one has to craft. So it takes around 10 seconds, a bit more to make one. So let's just queue up a few. These ones, what they do is that they connect different than in Factorio. In Factorio, they only have the same reach as the previous one. So to make like this connection this far, we would have to have a big power tower here as well. But this one, you only need one to connect. So the first one can be built quite far away, which is neat. There's also a thing in this game where when you place a building, you probably see a pop-up down here that you get some mud. Let's look at it now. Boop, soil pile. And that's because when you build, it flattens the terrain to just above water level. Where's our research? Is it this far away? No, we're going north and not east. We should be headed east. It's, yeah. So let's get rid of this. Let's get rid of this. So when you connect stuff at maximum range, if you connect many before the bot manages to place them, like if I do this and place another one at maximum distance, it sometimes won't connect when it's done building. And the reason for that is that when it shifts the soil down a tiny bit, it goes out of reach. That's happened to me a couple of times. So that's a nice thing to know, that when you connect power poles across continents or across like big areas like this, it's nice to pay attention and see. Oh, it recharges the bot really quickly. It's nice to pay attention and actually see that it works. So now we have both grids connected to the same one. It's all connected, I believe. Let's see, let's turn off this. Yes. So you see the blinkies, that means low power. It's because these can't output enough power to the buildings around them. But this is nice. We are getting science. We have a couple of hundred already. So we can do the chemical engineering. This blinky is also amazing because that's also telling us we have power issues. And we should probably do the solars as well. I'm not going to use a lot of solar panels, but might use a few. The reason for not using many is here, because they require silicone to make, and we don't have silicone on this planet. As you can see, silicon ore, top right now, the third one, silicon ore, is 0 on this planet. So that's bad. We can make some from stone, but it's expensive and drains some power at least. So I'm going to hold off on that until we get to a planet with silicone. Might make some, but not a lot. Okay, so we're back. We have started science. We have most of the recipes. We're still missing like the chemical plant, which we are researching now. Let's quickly check. This thing is next science. This thing is the science to learn to make the next science. This is next science stuff. This is a material we aren't going to need yet. It's used for high strength material, which is later. And fractionator isn't something important, and to make it we need a processor apparently, which is later. And that's it. I guess we need this one. I want a tiny amount of landfill in the mall, and that's it. After that, we're going to do some upgrades to build better, and then we're going on to red science. But first, it is the mall, and that's going to take a second. But it's not a second we have today, because today's episode is complete. But this was a good mission. That was, let's see, here, that was this. This is a good start. We have science happening. We have, yeah, science happening, basically. I don't need to explain that anymore, I think. So, we could build more labs to research even faster, but I don't think we have to. While we build them all, we're probably going to get a lot of the blue science out of the way anyway. I also didn't really look at what the limit is here. It looks like it is these parts, and that's from these. So we might add a few more here. If we feel like we need more science. Right now it is stacking up quite nicely. And yeah, Dyson speed. I guess we can check. So it's here. let's set the science to favorite one, and we make 100 a minute, 99 a minute. The last 10 minutes. Oh, let's look at the last minute. Yeah, so we are making 130 a minute. That's quite good. So, perfect. This will also go up when we add a bit more ore and we stack more labs on top of each other. We can only stack to 3 now, but there's a research, or it's an upgrade actually. It's here when we get to red science. And for every step of this, we can add 2 more layers to the lab vertical construction. So that's going to be nice. So for every step of the way here, all of the labs get taller and basically do more. Every floor is like a new lab. So there we go, there we go. Next step, lab. I feel like this is organized. 1 episode for science, and the first episode was basic components. This is nice. It also looks nice. I like that the labs are tall because this is a beautiful picture. So, oh, and we have, let's call it spaghetti, because thank you all for watching, and I really hope you enjoyed the spaghetti. Bye bye.